Shalom, giving all praise to Yahweh, Shem Yahushua, Shem Rakakwadash, Shalom to the 144,000 and rest of the elect out there. Shalom to you all. Anyway, I'm going to entitle this video, These Two Guys Are Trying to Steal Men from GMS. Now, if you want to go with them, you go right ahead, be my guest. Okay? And they're hurt. We did something, we said something to them before they made this, hurting them. You're going to go way back to the thing with this guy that's locked up for raping little girls. All right, polite. We're talking about 2012, 2013. They had to go all the way back more than 10 years ago to pull up this old thing that's been talked about. Okay, so really, what they're doing, we heard them when they first started. We said something that hurt this guy's feelings. So he said, I'll get him back. Me, GMS, black coat that wants to take little girls. Now, Moses told, that's in Numbers 31. Read that whole chapter. Moses told the Israelite men to kill the men, the Midianite men, the Midianite wives, and the Midianite boys, but save the little girls for yourself of another nation. Okay? Now, we ain't about getting with little girls, but in the ancient world, you got women that were young, 12, 13 years old, 14 years old, 12, 13. They got them very young. I don't know if it was as far as 11 years old, I don't know, because the father held them until they were of an age to, past the age of puberty, okay? So it ain't talking about, we went 8 like Muhammad. They say Muhammad had an 8-year-old wife, but she, girl, wife, whatever, that he waited. So there's a big controversy about that. But in the Middle East, customs was your thing was to get, virgins. Levites were ordered to get virgins. They could only get virgins. They couldn't get divorced women. They couldn't get women that were widowed. They had to get a woman that was a virgin. Now, you're not going to really see a 24-year-old virgin. You're going to see young girls that are just past the stage of puberty or experience puberty, which boys and girls get around the same time. 11, 12. That's when you really become a man. So anyway, first of all, he calls us, we're not even Hebrew Israelites. So members of GMS, you're not Hebrew Israelites. We're just a black cult, an evil cult. Okay? So I'm right here to show you that they're trying to get, this demon right here is trying to get GMS, members of GMS to leave and get with them. They're trying to build up, their thing. Now, they said recently, we were afraid. We left the DMs to hard. I never got it. I would have picked it up. But I remember when it came out, I watched a few minutes of it, and I saw I get back to it. They said, you do response on every video. Y'all got a bunch of videos up. And I'm going to prove that. You mean to tell me we do a response on every video that you do? So now, these guys are desperate and hurt. So now, let me just let it play.
You get to the prostitute house. You see the 12-year-old. You forgot your wallet.
What prostitute house have 11-year-olds in the prostitute house? What prostitute house in America that they're not going to catch? You got 11 and 10 years old in America. They're going to get caught. Trust me. Okay, so that doesn't happen. You demon.
So everything that they just did, they say is lawful. Now, for the record, they don't say, hey, you guys, go out there and do it right now. But they say it's lawful. That means if they did do it, it wouldn't be wrong in God's eyes. It wouldn't be a sin, but Esau might jack him up. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, if you're talking about grape, you can grape. That's in the Lord, because you guys are full of emotion. You guys, with your, what do you call it? What is that called? A university, whatever the hell you call it. Well, if you're whatever the hell it is. What the hell, I can't think of the name. Varsity Academy, whatever you call it. Well, that means, and you have a stack of books. Well, guess what? Go to Deuteronomy 22. I dare you guys. You and you. I dare the two of you to go look up Deuteronomy 22, 25 to the end. I believe that's 29, 28, 29. And go into and get those controversial scriptures out, verses, and go into the Hebrew and tell me what that means.
Yeah, and or if you did it and you got away with it, they would just, you know, keep it under the rug.
Okay, if you did it, if you went to a pro house in America, a 10-year-old girl, and the cops don't know nothing about it, they're just clueless, because they would have found him already. They found Diddy, and that dude's a billionaire. They found his ass. So he's saying if you did it, if you went to a pro house, you know, where you gonna find a pro house in America, in New York, where you got 10 and 11-year-old girls? I don't know where it is. I don't want to know where it is. So this clown right here says, if you did it already, stop doing it, or something to that effect. Look, now y'all in GMS, if you want a good topic, you can go right into this, and you can.
I don't normally say this, you know, but I want to, for brothers that are in Great Millstone that do not agree with this, that know it's wrong, because I know that probably, hopefully, not even probably, just hopefully, because I don't know, there's at least a quarter of the brothers, whatever the number is.
Okay, so there's a quarter of brothers, 25% of brothers. If there's 2,000 of us in GMS in the country and around the world, let's say it's 2,000. That means half of 2,000, 1,000, half of 1,000 at 500. So there's 500 GMS, provided that there are 2,000 men, okay? There are 500 members of GMS that don't agree with it, but they're too scared to say anything because they don't want to get kicked out. Let's say it's 1,000. 250 members of the GMS don't agree. Is that talking about you, Yashawamba? Yashawamba, speak now, forever hold your peace. Is that talking about you? Let me see. Get a good one. Manata Zakba, is that talking about you? You really don't agree with it, but I ain't gonna say nothing because I don't want to get kicked out. You know, then they're gonna laugh at me. I'm gonna try to join Sakari and they ain't gonna allow me to go. Let me think of somebody else. Who else can I think of? Malcolm, how about you? Maybe Elder Malcolm doesn't agree with it, but he said, man, I ain't gonna say nothing, bro. I ain't gonna say nothing. Because they might be right. Okay? I'm just thinking of these top men. There's got to be some of them top guys. They believe they're not with that shit, but they too scared. They don't want T-God to find out. Because T-God is going to him out the camp. This is what this clown said. 25% of y'all, 25% of y'all don't agree with that. You know? Let's listen to that again. If you need a topic, all you got to do is go to this. They do give you some interesting topics.
You could eat food sacrificed to idols, and when you get done eating that food...
Wait a minute. He said we could eat food sacrificed to idols. Guess what, buddy? You eat food sacrificed to idols too. You eat food sacrificed to idols too. You don't have a farm. You don't grow cows and stuff. So what the hell are you talking about? Let's do a video on that. How is it that I eat food sacrificed to idol and you don't? Unless you got your own farm. These guys, you got easy work. Easy work.
Food, hanging out with your family. You could go to a brothel, potentially get a 11, 12-year-old
no fringing
prostitute, and
you got to tell me where you might know something that we don't know, boy. Is that out there in California? You can get them super young ones, huh? And they ain't got caught. Shit, come on now, living in the fantasy world.
you forgot your wallet at the house, so you just grab her up, you grape her, and then you leave. That will, and according to their theology, that's all lawful. Everything I just said is lawful. You leave your food sacrificed to idols. You get
Well, they don't believe in the Apostle Paul. They don't believe the Apostle Paul. What did the Apostle Paul say? He said, question nothing. Matter of fact, let me go to that. Let me see. It's in either 1 Corinthians, 2 Corinthians. Let me see. Let me shambles. I'm a lousy speller, so bear with me. Shambles. I spelled it right. This is what the Apostle Paul said. 1 Corinthians, I gotta open it up. It said, whatsoever is sold in the shambles that eat, asking no questions for conscience sake. Let's open this up. So if you go to a restaurant, you speak to the chef and you ask him, who do you pray? What God do you pray over this food here? He's gonna look at you like you crazy. It says here, let me see. Do we revoke the Lord's jealousy? We are stronger than He. All right. All things are lawful for me, but all things are not expedient. All things are lawful for me, but all things edify not. Let no man seek his own, but every man's another's wealth. Whatsoever is sold in the shambles, that eat, asking no question for conscience sake, for the earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof. If any of them that believe not bid you to a feast, and you go out and eat, and ye be disposed to go, whatsoever is set before you, eat, asking no questions for conscience sake. But if any man says unto you, this is offered unto that idol. So you go to Edomite restaurant, I want you to know I offered this lovely meal to you in the name of Kali the Magnificent. Or you go to Chinese restaurant, I prayed over Buddha that the food came out good. And you're not going to hear that. So read that. But like I said, you don't deal with Paul. You despise Paul. You don't deal with Paul at all. And then don't mess with Paul's book at all. Don't bring nothing out of Paul, man. Dealing with Paul. If you don't believe part of it, don't accept the rest of it, man. This is a goddamn game, man. Okay. Let's come on back.
Get to the prostitute house. You see the 12-year-old. You forgot your wallet. So everything that they just did, they say is lawful. Now, for the record, they don't say, hey, you guys, go out there and do it right now. But they say it's lawful. That means if they did do it, it wouldn't be wrong in God's eyes. It wouldn't be a sin, but...
Exactly. Yeah. You're taking a woman by force in Israel, Deuteronomy 22, is lawful. Of course it's lawful.
Esau might jack him up.
Exactly. You can't do that now. You can't go around killing bundles of sticks either. You can't go around killing fasciites, which is a bundle of sticks.
Go ahead.
Yeah, and or if you did it and you got away with it, they would just keep it under the rug. I don't normally say this, but I want to, for brothers that are in Great Millstone that do not agree with this, that know it's wrong, because I know that probably, hopefully, not even probably, just hopefully, because I don't know, there's at least a quarter.
You notice he said hopefully. He wants the numbers to be big. He's saying, I wish there's like 25%. That's what he said, hopefully. He didn't say probably. He said hopefully. He hopes that there's 25% of GMS brothers that ain't really with it, but then they really ain't men in the Lord because they ain't got no backbone. Okay? Every last member of GMS is what we're saying according to the scriptures. And if you're not, leave. You can join the camp. These guys need men. They're looking for a few good men.
Other brothers, whatever the number is, of brothers that say that this is reprehensible. I can't even, like, that's just the only word that comes to mind to describe the.
Yeah, because you're caught up in your emotions. Just like this guy. He's caught up in his emotions. Forcing a little girl, raping a child. There are fathers. Well, they never said that. Never said that. We said a woman, we never said a child, a 2-year-old, a 3-year-old. That's what the bishop, he said we go around actually doing it, not thinking about it, but doing it, raping 6-year-olds. That's why Yahweh Shem Yahushua is going to destroy you guys.
In Great Millstone. How would you feel if somebody applied this and then did it with your daughter?
Oh, we already.
If we're back in Israel in the ancient world, you couldn't do a damn thing. What would you do? That man would have to take her and not divorce her ever, and give the father 50 shekels of silver. I just gave you an answer.
They already said. Remember when Polite asked?
I know.
We got to talk about that.
Yeah. So.
And then, ironically, it was Polite that had a campaign, went to the Bloods and the Crips. We're going to kill these guys. We're going to get these niggas because they're raping them. And come to find out, he was raping Renentek. The Bajan, remember the Bajan chick that he had? Her daughter, he was popping her, and he had her run away to California with her. She's in the sex industry now, by the way. She's in her 20s. She got to be like 24, 25. Because he turned her out. Because I saw a video on it. Now I'm saying, based upon the video, it looked just like her as a grown woman. You know how there's a video, I don't know if it's still on YouTube, of Prince when he was about 12 years old, 11 years old. Gabar said, yeah, that's. I said, let me see the video. He said, look, Apostle Gabar said, once you see the video, you're going to say right off the bat, that's Prince when he was about 11, 12 years old. Looked just like him, just smaller. So Renentek and there was this sex phone commercial, her and this Edomite chick, and you can see that it looked just like her. Now, I could be wrong. I hope not. I'm not saying I wish she is, I hope she's not. But if she is, that means she got turned. Most of them women in the porn industry have been turned out by their uncles, their fathers, their school teacher, been gang raped. They all got issues. That's why most of them are on drugs. A lot of them die young. A lot of them commit suicide. But they don't go to hell if they're Israelites.
You guys know that it's wrong. And then it's like, what other words besides reprehensible come to mind? Is this something that you want to be a part of? Young brother that's in the truth, that's coming into...
This is a pitch. It is a sales pitch. He's trying to get disciples unto himself. Not sparing the flock. Let's get that. Hey, I'm having a little fun with this. I'm having a little fun with this. Okay, let me see. Okay. Yeah, wolves. That's in the book of Acts. Okay, 7 times. For I know this, that after my departing shall grievous wolves enter in among you, not sparing the flock. They want the flock. Also of your own selves shall men arise, speaking perverse things, to draw away disciples after them. That's what they're doing. That's what these two guys are doing. It says, also of your own selves shall men arise, speaking perverse things. Let's look up the word perverse. Damn. And also men shows speaking perverse things. Let's see what the Greek word is. So you want to have fun, go to this video right here. I'm not going to do the whole video. Okay, let's listen to the word.
Strong's G 1294. Diastrepho. Diastrepho.
Diastrepho. To distort, and that's what they're doing. Turn away, to oppose, plot against the saving purposes and plans of the Most High, to turn aside from the right path, to pervert, and corrupt. So these two guys are corrupt because they're saying, yeah, there's got to. I'm hoping that 25% of y'all, and y'all just need. Let me listen to this again.
Wrong in God's eyes, it wouldn't be a sin, but Esau might jack him up. Go ahead.
Yeah, and or if you did it and you got away with it, they would just keep it under the rug. I don't normally say this, but I want to, for brothers that are in Great Millstone that do not agree with this, that know it's wrong, because I know that probably, hopefully, not even probably, just hopefully.
He said he went from probably to hopefully. He wants at least 25% to not really be in this. And if you don't believe in this thing that we in, and these laws, and that particular law, just leave. You don't got to say nothing. Just don't come around no more. I'm not going to ask you why. Just don't come around no more. We got 50, 60 brothers in New York camp. So I expect 15 brothers to leave, not show up this Saturday. If you're watching the video, you guys are easy, man. You easy work. Easy work.
Because I don't know. There's at least a quarter of the brothers, whatever the number is.
Hope deferred is not hope.
Of brothers that say that this is reprehensible. I can't even, that's just the only word that comes to mind to describe the forcing a little girl, raping a child. There are fathers in Great Millstone. How would you feel if somebody applied this and then did it with your daughter?
In the ancient world, you couldn't do a damn thing, but the judges would say, you're going to deal with her, you can't divorce her, you get tired of her, tough ditty, you got to deal with her, and you got to give the father 50 shekels of silver. That's what you got to do. Because if you say you did that to my daughter, I'm going to kill you. Kill a guy, you're going to be killed.
Oh, they already said, remember when Polite asked?
I know.
We got to talk about that.
Yeah. So
why don't we talk about Polite being locked up for 7 years? And that was on a plea deal. And he's a persona non grata right now. I've been using that word persona non grata quite a bit. Brother Polite is a persona non grata. Sonnet ain't talking about, they ain't concerned about how he's doing. They ain't calling him from prison. They just gave him the boot because of what he did.
You guys know that it's wrong. And then it's like, what other words besides reprehensible come to mind? Is this something that you want to be a part of? Young brother that's in the troop that's coming into Great Millstone?
Is this something that you want to be a part of, young brothers in Great Millstone? Is this something that you just think about that?
Or that's even been in Great Millstone? Is that something that you want to be a part of? That's not a ploy to try to get you guys to flip from Great Millstone and come join us. But I'm saying you can go.
That's exactly what it is, man. You're looking for men. You're looking for a few good men. Ravenous wolves, not sparing the flock. And if you're weak and you follow these guys, see ya, and I wouldn't want to be you.
Do the work with whoever. But do you want to do the work with brothers who are sitting next to you that might grape your daughter? Huh? Like, come on, bro.
Yeah, there's some members of the elect in GMS. There's some members of the elect in GMS.
How do you know that, old great Swami? How the fuck you know that?
Lord willing.
Am I one of them? Hey, do you put a razor to your head, man? But you a priest now? Come on, bruh.
Some sincere brothers up in there, they just...
That we're not sincere. Tahar's not sincere. Kabar's not sincere. Ricard's not sincere. Ramlad not sincere. The bishops, the mighty bishops of Israel are not sincere. The elders, Yashawamba, Kazakh, Karatazar 1, Karatazar 2, Karatazar Ba. These guys, they ain't right. They ain't right, man. None of them are sincere, man. Especially the top, the very, very top. The apostles, none of them are sincere. None of them is right. That's what they're saying.
Just repent and get on up out of there, man. You know, say Drake.
Or Great Millstone, better yet, Great Millstone can repent as a total, as a collective of this.
Okay, let's all repent and let's join. Let's call ourselves the G Unit. The hell? Wait a minute. Let me put this sound up. Let me put this sound up right here.
Yeah, I'll take the video down. If they come out and say that they're against this.
Now you gonna tell me, oh, you can't rape a woman. If I feel like raping a woman, I'm gonna rape the goddamn woman.
That's in the kingdom of heaven, which is not gonna happen anyway. The woman gonna come to that 7 woman, take hold of 1 man. But in the ancient world, I wasn't talking about now. If we were talking about right now, and them young brothers that was around me, they would have did it and they would have been locked up. And then it would came back to me. That's why I explained it the way I explained it. But see, the guy that didn't get it was Brother Polite. That's why, oh yeah, I can do it now. See, I got the justification, because he did say, Polite said, you guys almost got me. Meaning you almost got me to believe. Look, Polite looks at all the Israelite groups, he looks at us as the men of the Lord. That's Polite.
You know, let's play the video.
Here, I'm gonna mute so I can hear it on my phone.
Okay. All right, y'all. We got the receipts. We have the receipts. We have the receipts.
Hey, and Deacon, you know what? I'm gonna do all this. We're gonna do all this while wearing a hat. How about that, Deacon?
Well, that's all right. You can wear a hat. You can wear a crown, a tiara on your head. You can wear a 10-speed bike on your head. And we don't give a shit because you don't believe in the writings of Paul any goddamn way. So we don't believe that.
No, now that's funny. You can't wear.
But my question is, do you put a razor to your head? That's my question. Do you put a razor to your head? But you're a priest now. I'm no longer deacon. I'm a priest.
Listen, you can't wear a hat.
No to hats. Yes to 12-year-olds. That's Great Millstone.
That's crazy. You guys are evil and wicked because you're wearing hats, is what they say to us, this black fringe group. But you could grape a 12-year-old prostitute. Crazy.
These guys are not, if you notice, they're not going into the scriptures. They're not going to the Hebrew. I thought they had the varsity, whatever, academy, whatever, with the books, and they go in the books. You notice, and I doubt if I'm not going to watch this whole, I'm not going to see all this madness. I doubt they're going to actually go to Deuteronomy 22 and pick out some words in the Hebrew. I doubt it. Like I said, I'm not going to watch this whole thing. I'm not going to waste my time. Anybody want to pick up from where I left off? I'm almost 10 minutes in. Oh, and right here he said we're not Israelites. We're not Israelites, but he wants Israelites to come follow him. You can't make this stuff up. Let's go.
I am the deacon with Genesis. Israelite camps, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans are the true Israelites according to history, archaeology, and prophecy.
Well, I'm a Negro, West Indian, Puerto Rican, all that. I'm all those things.
Let's go. What's going on, y'all? Hit that like button.
These dudes are 2 clowns.
Like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe. We're gonna talk about it today. And I want to make a disclaimer. These are not, what I'm about to show you. These are not Hebrew Israelites.
He's talking about us. We're not the Hebrew Israelites. So if I'm a Puerto Rican or Dominican or Haitian or Judah, a Negro from down south, they're the Israelites, but we're not the Israelites. We're Arabs. We're really Arabs. We're Ishmaelites. We're dark-skinned Edomites, whatever.
These are not Hebrew Israelites. Okay? I'm saying it 3 times. These are not Hebrew Israelites. This is just a black fringe group who wants to take little girls. Now, why do I say that? Because
so you heard it, and these guys are a trip. I watch them for a good laugh. But I'm not gonna listen to no more. Anybody want to pick it up from the 9-10 minute mark and get some more in? Y'all can. But they haven't gone into no books. Says so much about your Varsity Academy of Israelism, whatever. Anyway, with that, it's on to the next one. Shalom. It's the Sabbath, so I'm making as many videos as I can. As